Hello, my name is Lars Röpstorff. I work at the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences, and I do a lot of research into footings. We use this mechanical hoof, which mimics the load of a horse, the load rate of a horse, and also angles and speeds. So it's important that it really measures the ground like the horse would feel it. The things we measure when we use this machine is impact firmness, cushioning, responsiveness, grip, and uniformity. And impact firmness is about the hoof just hitting the ground at the very first moment, measuring the acceleration when the hoof hits the ground. The next thing we measure is cushioning, which is about the maximum load that the horse puts on the ground. And this maximum load can be more than a ton when the horse lands after fencers, and it's measured with a force sensor. We also look at the responsiveness, which is the responsiveness of the, which is the elasticity of the ground. So we look at tuning how fast the ground rebounds when the hoof has landed. And this is, of course, very important for how the horse feels the ground. Next thing is grip, which is how much the hoof slides when it lands. Important when the horse goes in turns, takes off, and in landings, of course. And again, it's measures with the load cell here and comparing horizontal and vertical forces. Finally, we look at uniformity, which is all of the previous four parameters over the whole arena, how they are distributed. When we test with this machine, we can do it, of course, in arenas, but we can also do it in what we call track in a box. So here is when we were testing the mat of Castleman. So here you see example of the mat, and then it's covered with normal fiber sand, and actually we tried two different sands. And most importantly, we did a test without and with the mat underneath 12.5 centimeter of top material. It was completely prepared as for competition, compacted and watered. And what we could see is that the most importantly, the cushioning. Here we see without the mat, and here we see with the mat, with two different surfaces on top. So it's a dramatical difference when you put the mat underneath those 12.5 centimeter material. You see difference in the other parameters too, and also lowering the grip actually in this case. But most importantly, this is actually lowering the maximal force that the horse is exposed to. So I think this is a very interesting concept to manufacture a surface. What is more interesting is that I've been able to measure these surfaces both in Hagen at Mr. Kasselman's place, and of course I can compare that with a large number of other arenas. And what we see in the track in the box is confirmed also when measuring on full arenas. Thank you very much for listening to this.